And I am recording it, I think. Oh my gosh.
I think you're good, Liz, because up at the top it says recording. So there.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm so excited to see everybody here. Thank you for joining our lunch and learn on what makes a great application. I'm going to give everybody just a few more minutes to join. We're also waiting on our special guest, Mark Hubler, who's going to talk with us a little bit. If you guys have ever met Mark, he's the best. And I see Jess is here, another one of our Rockin' recipients. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How's it going? We were Jessica graduated from Clemson. When did you graduate?
2024.
Awesome. We were just there last week. We got to hang out with the crew. My husband, Ruby has declared Clemson is where she wants to go. So my husband and I took a little trip and just went and, checked it out. So that was pretty fun to see the crew and, see all the recipients. So it was fun. What are you up to?
It's an awesome place.
Yeah.
What have you been up to now that you graduated?
I've been working and do some like fun stuff with my friends and doing a lot of fun stuff with my parents.
Awesome. Where are you working?
Shepherd Hotel Delish Sisters.
Oh, awesome. I love it. I ate breakfast there 2 days in a row. I didn't see you. That makes me sad.
Yeah, it just depends on the days.
Yeah. What days are you normally working now?
The weekends, which is Saturday and Sundays.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get started. Rachel Hines, will you and other people continue to come in? Will you remember to let them in?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to get started here. If anybody has any questions, you can drop them in the chat, or we'll have like a time for questions afterwards. Just a quick hello. I'm Liz. I'm Ruby's mom. Started this whole shebang shortly after she was born. And so, excuse me. This is something that I've been super passionate about is just, creating opportunities for people with Down syndrome just to go out and be the best that they could be. So thank you guys for being here. Obviously, the application process is, this is super touchy. There we go. All right. So for those of you that don't know what Ruby's Rainbow is, we're a 501c3 nonprofit. Giving scholarships to students with Down syndrome for post-secondary education. We obviously advocate for inclusion and independence. We've granted over 800 scholarships totaling in $3.25 million, y'all, since Ruby's been born, which if you would have asked me that when she was born 14 years ago, if that's what we would have been able to do, I would have not believed you. So just a little bit about our story. When Ruby was born, I didn't know anything about Down syndrome. I didn't know anybody with Down syndrome, which makes me super sad now, knowing just how amazing and awesome and all the joy that people with Down syndrome bring into this world and into our lives. It makes me sad now that I didn't have that in my life. But yeah, so after she was born, I didn't know she had Down syndrome until she was born. And I really just wanted the world to see what I saw in her, she was amazing and capable and worthy of it all. And so let me turn off my phone. That's dinging. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. So we I looked at my husband when she was about 6 months old and said, I think I want to help somebody with Down syndrome go to college because I wanted her to have the same opportunities that her older sister might have someday to, go out and spread her wings and chase her dreams. And here we are. We've granted, like I said, over 800 scholarships. I really didn't know what I was doing when I started this gig, but I just knew that I wanted the world to see what I saw in people with Down syndrome. And so it's been a really cool journey. Thus far, I get to hang out with people like Jessica and Mark, who's on the call today. And we've got Grace, hopefully, is going to be here shortly. That, another huge part of our mission is really just showing the world that people with Down syndrome are amazing and capable and worthy of it all. Two-pronged mission. Obviously, we provide the scholarships, but that, gosh, this is super touchy, y'all. Rachel, I should have had you do this. So two-pronged mission, scholarships, and then that awareness piece of just really showing the world the capabilities of people with Down syndrome and all the joy they bring into this world. So we share lots of videos, we share lots of stories of our recipients. I think that's my favorite part about all of this is just really getting to share that joy. And let's go. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Okay, we already done that one. Mission. There we go. All right. So our scholarships range between $1,000 and $10,000. We have recipients that attend, all sorts of various programs. Some of them are the programs on college campuses that are 2 to 4 year programs that are specifically for people that have intellectual disabilities. Like Clemson that we were talking about earlier. We've got recipients that are going to community colleges. There's vocational and certificate programs. We have some that are going for their associates or bachelor's degrees. And we have one recipient that even got her master's degree last year. I think Rachel Handlin got her master's of fine arts, which was pretty incredible. Me and another Rachel that I have on the call here today got to go to her graduation, which was amazing to see her walk across that stage. So yeah, our dream is to keep raising those scholarship amounts. So, I'd love to give a full ride to somebody someday. I'm going to keep dreaming. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, there we go. Again, our mission is two-pronged. We celebrate World Down Syndrome Day in March with our 321 pledge that's coming up. October, is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. So those are two huge months for us that we will be sharing so much goodness. We've got 4 recipient stories that we're sharing kicking off on March 7th and rocking that all the way to World Down Syndrome Day. So we hope that you follow us on, socials and emails and all that for all of that goodness too. Okay, so let's get to the application process. Our application opens January 1, and it closes mid-April. What's the date? I think it's April 15th. So that closes at midnight. So once you apply, if you go to our rubysrainbow.org page /apply, you'll see the application there. Once you apply, we notify everyone in June if they were awarded a scholarship. Your eligibility is you must have Down syndrome, must be 18 plus by August 1st, and enrolled in a post-secondary program. And all right, these are some great ways. People ask me all the time, well, they ask me several questions, but one of them is, how do I get my kid to college? And another one is, how do I get a Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship? Um, so the Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship part, obviously, I would love to give every single person that applies for a scholarship, you know, funds. Unfortunately, that's what drives me so hard every year to shout louder and, raise more funds, because that's my dream, is to never turn anybody away, because everybody that applies is worthy of a Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship. So I wanted to do this little thing today to really just help people put their best foot forward, help them know what our scholarship committee is looking for. And, I'm always here. I'm highly available all the time. This is my job and my favorite thing on earth to do. Scholarship season's my favorite because I get to just look at all of the applications coming in and see what people with Down syndrome are out there doing and accomplishing. So what can make your application stand out is we ask that the applicants fill out as much of the application themselves as possible. We even have little notes throughout the application, reminding them that we want to hear their voice. We want to see their personality shine through this application. Of course, we understand that um, help might be needed. So, what I always say is fill it out as much on your own, completely independently as possible. And then it's always hard to talk, you know, pump yourself up, right? Like when you're trying to talk good about yourself, or it is for me anyway. So let somebody else take a look at it. And then if need be, that person can be like, well, wait a minute, remember you did this, or let's help you in this section. That kind of assistance is because we really are trying to get a full picture of the individual. So having them fill it out first and then getting some support if they need it really kind of gives us the overall view of that individual. It lets us see their personality, and what makes their heart smile and what is really motivating them to want to go to college. So that is one of the number one tips that I have. Highlight community involvement. We highly value service and engagement. So, we have some recipients that are like, I take my neighbor's trash out every Tuesday because they can't do it themselves. To me, that's awesome. That gives me some insight into their heart and, their dedication for helping others. So we have, instances like that, all the way to, I volunteer every Saturday for feeding the homeless, stuff like that, which also gives me insight into their heart and things that they care about. So it really, this section can be utilized to show your passion for your community, ways that you are really trying to make a difference in the world. And like I said, it could be something as simple as taking out your neighbor's trash, to something that you do several times a week. But we think it really is important to be out in the community and helping others and making a difference. And so this section is a really good way to help show, what you're up to. And we love, if you're putting in, we'll get to the extra section in a minute, but if you're putting in a lot of love in this section and you're talking about these things that you're doing, providing a photo in the extras section of said thing really helps us connect with the applicant and it just gives us that visual, you know. And in the extra section, there's a little blurb that, you know, you can write like, this was me doing, you know, my volunteer work or whatever. And I think a lot of people, you know, especially right out of, you know, high school, they might not have had a job yet. So, um, you know, kind of highlighting these types of things really helps us get to see, you know, kind of what you've been up to. Um, oops, oh my gosh, you guys, I should not be allowed to be doing this. Okay. All right. Here we go. The power of extras. Okay. So this section is 20% of your total score. It's not a mandatory section. You do have to check off in this section that you understand that this is 20% of your score. This section, I cannot express to you how much we love it when our applicants utilize this section. Um, you're allowed to upload 10 photos. Um, photos, I would say, make them meaningful photos. We say 10 photos because we want you to think about the things that you want us to know. You know, like I said, if you've talked about in your application that you were a cheerleader, you know, maybe give us a picture of you and your cheer squad. If you've talked about this, like I said, this volunteering thing that you've been doing, you know, talk about that. If you've, you know, we've had some recipients that have been Eagle Scouts, you know, and they've so proud of their, you know, that because you have to do like a big Eagle Scout project, you know, like maybe show us a photo of that. So really make these photos matter and really just help us. Or if you love to dance, like give us a photo of you out, you know, cutting a rug on the dance floor, you know, like we want to see your personality. We want to see, you know, the things that you've been talking about within your application. Like this is a good chance to show that visual to us. And the same thing with videos, you know, if you told us that you got an award for, you know, best dancer, you know, then show us a video of that. Like we love just really getting to know our applicants through this section. And the videos, we ask that they are not more than 2 minutes because we really need to respect the time of our committee because they want to spend as much time on each application as possible. So we ask that you keep them to 2 minutes. You could even say like, you know, don't miss out on minute one, you know, 1 minute and 3 seconds because you're really going to see me cutting a rug there, you know, or whatever you're, you know, really proud of within that video because you do have an option to leave a little blurb. And so that's to like explain to us why you are presenting these extras to us. That really, really, really does help make a difference. Okay, let's see. Okay, why it matters. I think I just talked about this. This helps the review committee see your personality, passions, and goals. We really do want to know kind of like what makes you, you know, excited, what makes you want to go out and really reach for those goals, and you know what some of your goals are. Um, let's see. Oh, and then I think this is true for this is something that is not just specific to Ruby's Rainbow, but you know, a lot of application processes favor, you know, personalized submissions because we really want to get to know who you are. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oops. Okay. Oh shoot. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh my God. It's so touchy. Okay. Okay. Pro tips for a standout application. Obviously make it personal. Show us what makes you unique. Committees love applications that feel intentional and heartfelt. We do ask that you submit a essay um, for your first time to apply, and then once you've received a scholarship. Oh, I should have said that too. You can apply for a Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship throughout your entire educational post secondary educational course career. You have to apply every year. The first year, there's a application for where we're kind of asking you questions about, why you want to go to college, and kind of about, all of the things that have led you up to this point. And then the reapply application, which you get to from the same link. It's just once you click, I've received a Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship before, it'll take you to the reapply application. And in this one, we are wanting to know, now that you're in college, what you've been up to, like what clubs have you been doing, what are your passions and goals still the same, have those changed? Because a lot of times, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated high school. It's changed over the years, many years. So it is a different, it's similar application, but with a lot of different questions. Like, we want to see now in the reapply application what, if you've been, like, we have some recipients that have joined a sorority. So, show me some pictures of you with your sorority sisters, and the work that you've been doing to, volunteer and help the community. You've been in a different kind of club, you're on the swim team, so we really want to see how you are maximizing your college experience, really, and how it's helping you continue to go for those goals and those dreams. So similarly, we want to see, maybe it's a video of you. I was just at Clemson, and one of our recipients, Chloe, she went and did a karaoke thing, and it's like, show me a picture of the or a video of the karaoke thing. Like, that's awesome. Like, how fun is that? And that really shows that you're out there in the community, maximizing this experience. Some recipients, they have internships or jobs their first or second year. So tell me all about that. Like, what that's been doing, and also, is this something that you really enjoyed, or are you like, I thought I wanted to do that, but now I'm going to try something else next semester? Those are things we love to see too, because of the learning and the growth that you're really just trying to figure it all out, right? I mean, that's everybody when they head off to college or anywhere, after you graduate and move on, you're just trying to figure it all out. And so that's really kind of cool too, to see the growth of the student. And let me go back and see if I missed anything. Oh my gosh, use the rubric. You guys, there's links to the rubric. We have 5 different scoring groups. I wonder if I should try and pull the rubric up. There's a link to it right on the apply page. There's even a video of me and Catherine talking about each point of the application, which is great. There's for the reapply and for the regular one. Please utilize those. That is like, the rubric is like a roadmap to what our committee is looking for. And again, every application to us is a worthy application. I mean, this meeting that we have, to decide on our recipients year after year is like, we spend a weekend like together, and the meeting itself is like 6 hours long. Like, we soak in every little bit of information in these applications, you guys. It means so much to us that they have taken the time to show us their heart and their life and their accomplishments and their personalities and all of these things. And so we really, really, really take it to heart. And but there also has to be some way, to score these applications. So we put the rubric right out there for everybody to see. We, like I said, the 20% of the 5 is that extras. So you really want to utilize that section. But yeah, definitely check out the rubric. Definitely check out the 2 videos. Well, it depends on which application you're doing, but that also is super helpful in just knowing, kind of just being able to put your best application forward. I mean, we already know you're awesome, right? So just kind of utilize those tools to help, show us in the way that the committee's looking for them. Okay, let's see. Be yourself. I love this one. You guys, people with Down syndrome, I think inherently are the most authentic people that I have ever known or met in my entire life. I wish I could be more like Ruby every single day of my life. So just be yourself. Like, that's what we want to see. We want to get to know you for you. We want, you know, I mean, sometimes the things we read on applications make us chuckle, like, and we love that. like, like we just want you to be you and show us your personality. Like, that really, really does help, and it makes a huge difference. I wonder if would it be helpful if I pulled up the rubric, or are you guys cool with just checking that out on your own? Anybody in the chat there? Rachel, did anybody say anything about that?
No, they didn't say anything about the rubric, but we did have a question about the extras section and how many videos can be submitted to that.
Perfect. So you can submit up to 5 videos. We ask that you keep them. That's a great question. We ask that you keep them like no more than 2 minutes. We did have somebody ask a question. I think they had like a 7-minute video or something. And I mean, you can, like, for something like that, I think they said that they had, like, narrated it and stuff. And so for something like that, I always say, yes, you can go ahead and submit it, but it might not all get watched, right? So if there's a part of the video where you're like, you have to see part, 2 minutes in, like, this is really, really, really what I wanted you to see in this video, then you should say that in the thing. So yeah, we try to keep it at 2 minutes, like I said, just to respect the time of the committee member who's reviewing it. Also, you guys, goodness, I'm glad this was brought up. Man, we love videos of our applicants that are like specifically speaking to us. Like, hey, my name is Mark Hubler, and hey, Mark, I see you over there. We'll talk to him soon. And hey, this, or even like if you're a reapply, like, hey, like, here's my dorm room. Come check out my my dorm room, and here's me on campus. And like, those are incredible ways that we get to see you in real life, and B, know that that this scholarship means something to you, and you're really trying to let us know a little bit more about yourself. But those are great. Like, we get to see your personality, We even had one recipient that like showed us all of her, awards that she had won, which she like went from her section from her house, and or your dog, show me your dog, I had to go tuck my dogs away because they were being kind of loud, but just let us get to know you. Like those are some of the best videos. Were there any more questions, Rachel?
No more questions yet. But if
Okay.
anyone has a question, you can always put it in the chat box, or we'll have a Q&A at the end as well.
Okay. Rachel, am I missing anything? Like, what am I?
I can't think of anything. That was a great question about the videos, and I love what you shared because that really does make a big difference to the committee when they're reviewing, when it's specifically the applicant talking to the review committee.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get to this next slide gracefully. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, here we go. How is college changing the lives of Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship recipients? I mean, we have Jess here who we might talk to in a minute if she's up for it. She is just popping on here. We didn't know that she was going to be here. But we prepared to have, oh, geez. Oh my God, you guys, I'm literally should not be allowed to do this. Mark Hubler. Mark, I can't hear you. Let's unmute you. And I'm going to make you big so everybody can see you. I'm going to spotlight you. There you go. Hi, Mark. Oh, hold up. You're muted. You need to unmute. I'm going to ask to unmute you. Hey, Al. So Mark is one of our oldest recipients. He is my favorite example of, hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Oh, well, fine and dandy. What about you?
I'm fantastic.
How's
Mark?
your family doing?
Oh, we're just great. We're kicking it over here.
Well, how's
Ruby,
Ruby?
she's good. She's at school right now. What?
How's Ruby doing?
She's good.
Good.
There's like a delay with your, is that delaying for everybody else too? No, it's just me. Oh, Robin says yes. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna work with it. So Mark is our oldest recipient. You're 60 now, right?
That's right, and I can feel it.
I love you. He's one of our oldest recipients. He we gave him a scholarship back in 2015 for JCTC because he wanted to go to school to take some public speaking classes because he wanted to be an advocate and a public speaker. And then tell him what you're doing now, Mark.
Well,
What are you doing, Mark? What are you doing?
what am I doing? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm always a busy guy, you know. But I got some good news for you.
What's up?
I am another great uncle. I'm a great uncle now.
Oh, nice. So Mark travels the country now giving speeches on ROI, which is, what is
Right.
ROI?
Respect, opportunity, and inclusion.
That's right. Him and I actually did a keynote speech together to a bunch of educators several years ago on the power of inclusion and dreaming big, and just how that can change someone's life just by dreaming and believing in somebody. So Mark, do you have any tips for, oh, you just froze up. Shoot. I want to show you. Okay, Mark's incredible. So this was 2015. He applied, and let me show you. Oh, that's the wrong one. This was his. This was his application that he sent. This is when we did them all via mail. It's like a full notebook with tabs and everything. There's even like CDs in there. But it was incredible. We really got to know him. This was before everything was digital. See, there's like CDs in there of like some of his speeches and stuff. So Mark is an incredible. Oh, I think he dropped off. Shoot. Okay. Anyway, so Mark's advice again would be helping, show your personality. It's been incredible to see just what going to college has done for him. I mean, he's literally traveling, the country, giving speeches on the importance of inclusion and dreaming big and believing in somebody. And so it's pretty cool, his story, because his parents, 60 years ago, were told to put him in an institution. And, they didn't do that. Obviously, they brought him home and they loved him, treated him just like his four brothers, believed in him and gave him opportunity. And just look what he's doing now. He's traveling the country sharing about the importance of that. So, he's literally my favorite example to share when I'm talking about what, those three things can do: just believing, providing opportunity, and including somebody. So, thanks for being here, Mark. I guess we could ask Jessica if she wants to tell us. Maybe, do you have any ideas for somebody on how to present a good application?
2% a good application is to be to be out there, show their personality of who they are, and try to do the best as you can. And if you need some like help or support, you can ask your a guardian for help if you need help.
Absolutely. That is a great tip. And that is something, yes, that I want to stress. We for sure want to see, hear the voice of the applicant, but absolutely get help if you need it, right? Like that is important. Like that, um, we want to get the full picture of the applicant as, a human being. And, so absolutely get help if you need it, but we do want to hear your voice first through the application. So that's a great tip. Thank you.
And keep your videos to 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, I too.
The first time that she did her video on her own, she did like a 45-minute tour of campus at Clemson and and I told her, I said, no, honey, we got to reduce that a little bit because we're not going to be able to submit that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You know what? You can send that to me on the side because I personally will watch that 45
Okay.
minutes.
It's actually a very good documentary.
I love it. Yeah, you can for sure send me that. I'll use it some way or another. No, that's incredible. And then you had told us a little bit about what you're up to now. How did the college experience change your life?
It changed a lot from when I was a freshman. I started out a really little it was hard for me to transition from there to from who I am now. It takes a lot of a knowledge, and I learned how to I get around campus, and it takes me a while to develop everything, so that way I can take pieces. Like each year I grew, I developed it successfully throughout the years, and then until I am now, freshly graduated, an alumni, which definitely helps me to be more responsible and understand what's around me. And I'm like, I know how to be safe. And now I'm going up to being in hospitality certificate program in August, which
Yay!
is big
Woo, woo, woo.
honor to have.
I'm so proud of you. That's incredible. Wow,
So
that's
Jess,
incredible.
are you living on your own now?
Yes, I'm living on my own in an apartment with 3 other roommates.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. And she told us earlier she has a job. She works at a local restaurant there at the Shepherd Hotel in Clemson. I'm so proud of you. What has it meant to you to be a Ruby's Rainbow Rockin' recipient?
It means a lot because it has like it helps me grow in a college experience that I get to discover and learn everything. And like, I'm proud of myself how I grew out of my shell when I was a freshman to now. And I just feel that like, that I am being inspired by others. And I really enjoy having that.
Well, you are inspiring us. So we are very proud of you. And man, can't wait to see what you continue to do. That's so
Well,
incredible.
it's gonna be incredible, and
We're
I'll
very proud
keep
of you.
I'll
Keep on
keep
rocking it. Keep on rocking it.
yep.
I love it. Okay, so let's see what else we have on these. So we did have another recipient coming, but I don't think did Grace make it, Rachel? Grace graduated from Syracuse last year, I think.
I had
Um,
Grace pop on.
okay. All right. Well, let's keep going. All right. Questions. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Um, oh, these were questions for the Rockin' recipients. I forgot to ask these, but we kind of did. Um, Here, we'll ask is Mark back on? No. Jess, what was your favorite thing about college?
The favorite thing about college is definitely the community. Is definitely my sorority. I'm in Kappa Delta, and I get to do bunch with my sisterhood. I go to chapter. I raise
Mhm.
money for the Girl Scouts. Definitely do the Shamrock. A bunch of different cool events, and just and
That's so cool.
enjoy everything with my sisters, and it makes me feel good inside.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
also go to New Spring Church, which it definitely like lifts me up.
Aw.
And I we praise, we sing, we do
Mhm.
communion. It's a blast to be part of it. And I when I was a sophomore, I got baptized, and I'm proud and brave enough to do that on my own, to
Oh.
to step up and be be part of it.
Oh, I love that. I think that's my biggest dream for Ruby is to find community, a community that loves her and accepts her exactly as she is, and that's providing opportunities for her to be the best that she can be. And so, like for me, that's what this college experience is what I'm hoping for her the most. And it sounds like that's exactly what you got. So we're very proud of you. Okay, you've already given advice and tips. Does anybody have any questions for Jessica or Mark? Mark's having trouble getting on, but um if you have a question, you can pop it into the chat there.
Okay.
I feel like you kind of gave us all the rundown though. You are rocking it for sure. um, okay, so any questions for Jess? You can put them in the oh geez. Okay, there's one slide here that I'm trying. Oh wait. I feel like I'm at a rave because it's like flashing at me. Okay. How can we advocate? Um so
Everything.
how can you advocate on campus? So I guess Jess, how can you advocate on campus?
To advocate on
Oh, oh, you're muted.
oh,
There we
sorry about
go.
that.
That's okay.
So to advocate, I make sure to be aware of other people and cars around you. And make sure they go first before we go first.
Yes, we get run over.
And so you gotta make sure to um to
So I think what they were talking about, babe, is when you advocate for not only Ruby's Rainbow, but for people with developmental disabilities to go to college. So how do you do that on campus? And then what other things can you do to advocate for people? Remember when you went to Washington, D.C.
Oh.
and at the National Down Syndrome Conference also, right?
yeah.
Okay, you can talk about that.
Like when I went to Washington D.C., I went to go like on a plane. I went to for the Down syndrome conference that I get to speak on behalf of my sorority for the Greek life and the Clemson life, and I talk about a little bit of what we do in sorority and what Clemson about, and be it's not just it's for people with disabilities, not for other than Down syndrome. There's other disabilities who want to go into a sorority or a fraternity per se, and want to know more about it, and know how to get around and make friends, and it's really good opportunity just to speak and definitely let people know who I am personally.
Awesome. Well, you are definitely like killing it. Okay, hold on. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Jessica, one other question that we had in the chat box from Kathy, she was asking, do you ever feel like you're doing too much? Like, how do you balance out all the activities and things you want to be involved in on campus with actually going to your classes?
Well, it depends on the schedule and the times. So like, to sometimes it can be a little bit stressful sometimes, but not all the time. But it depends. If you want to do what you want to do, you can sit down with your teachers and try to like either like reschedule a meeting, or like it's okay to miss this opportunity to go to do what you want to do. It just because you have to make a plan to schedule and try to do things that you want to do depending on the days, and they'll help you.
When I was there, I got to sit in on one of their classes where they were giving options of things like, hey, there's this, Chloe wanted to go to the the karaoke thing, but there was also this, there was like several things, and they got to choose whether they, want, like, what they wanted to do or whether they wanted to do it too. So I thought that was kind of cool that you get to kind of choose. Okay, so okay, how can you help?
Oh,
Um,
I wanted to add one thing if I could.
oh yeah, go for it.
Through her college experience and learning how to develop a schedule and having not only the classroom schedule, but a social schedule, a work schedule, all those other things, she has learned how to deconflict those things. And even now that she has graduated, that's a skill she has retained as a result of going to college, because she's not been with a teacher for almost a year now, but she still continues to deconflict appointments and things. And the rents want to spend time with her, but she always says, "Hey, no, I've got stuff I've got to do." She's already got her calendar, planned out, and we'll say, "Hey, do you want to go to dinner?" She goes, "No, I've got my sorority sisters, and we're doing this." So
God.
anyway, it was a great experience for her to go through the 4 years with Clemson Life, and now starting next year with the HCP program, because it is a skill that she developed and continues to use. And she actually does as good as anybody I've ever been around of deconflicting her own schedule now. So that's great.
I love that. Yeah, that was one of the things when I was talking to Erica, who's the director of Clemson, like what do I need to do to get her ready, college ready? And she's like, well, she needs to be able to, time management is like a huge one, like getting herself up and getting herself, all of the things. And so Ruby now, she's like got her alarm and she gets up on her own now. Like that's step one, and then we're going to work on all the other steps. But yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Does anybody have any questions? I'm trying to respect everybody's time here, and we're almost to an end. Here, I'll go over this one real quick. Okay. How can you help? So we are a nonprofit. If you want to follow us on social media, obviously Ruby's Rainbow, we're on Facebook or Instagram. You can share just about us. That helps. Obviously, share with anybody that that has Down syndrome, that it would qualify for Ruby's Rainbow Scholarship, because we want to help as many people as we can. We want to throw that net out as wide as we can. We have our biggest, like I said, awareness campaign and fundraising campaign coming up. It kicks off on March 7th. It's called the 321 Pledge. We ask people to donate $21 and then pledge to be kind and share it with 3 people. Not only is that the driver of our scholarships, last year we raised $600K by World Down Syndrome Day, which allowed us to give away $600K last year. So that's why I'm like, for that 2 weeks, I am just sitting here in front of my computer, keeping this train moving. But it's a huge awareness campaign. Like I said, we've got 4 recipients that we're following, telling their stories. And, we're really just trying to show the world that people with Down syndrome are amazing and capable and just worthy of it all, and so we do that through our videos and just, our posts and things like that. So feel free to share any of those that might resonate with you. We followed Alex, who's one of our recipients that graduated from Georgia Tech, and she met her now husband at college. And so we're sharing her story of her wedding and, just their life now. And then we've got, I don't know if you guys know Martha Haythorne. She graduated from Georgia Tech as well. So we're telling her story. She's now advocating on Capitol Hill and all sorts of things. And then we've got Cameron, who went to GSU. And then we have another recipient who went to Georgia Highlands College, Brianna, who's going for her associates. So just some really inspiring stories of what our recipients are up to. And we just hope that just really, inspires people to not only donate, but, to really just kind of raise their expectations of people with Down syndrome. Oh, dang it. My finger touched it. Oh, shoot. Okay. Also, if you donate $3,000 or more, or raise $3,000 or more, we grant a scholarship in you or your loved one's honor. So taking the pledge is a really easy way to do that. Surprisingly enough, a lot of people that are working towards that $3,000 goal hit it or exceed it. If you want to join the pledge committee, you can reach out to either me or Rachel B at rubiesrainbow.org. And then share about the scholarship opportunities with others. Like I said, we want as many people to know about it as possible so we can help as many people as possible. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Whew. I think this is the last slide, y'all. No more of that. All right. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts or anything? I'm always here and an open book about, anything. We're always here if an applicant needs some help or has questions. We really, 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 I can't stress to you how much we want to be sure that our applicants have all the tools that they need and all the information that they need to just put forth their best application. Because if it was up to me, we would get every single person a scholarship, which is my dream. So, but does anybody have any questions or anything? Hold on, let me get back to this page.
No, I don't have any questions. Either.
Nothing.
No, I'm just a Joy Ruby's Rainbow. It's a great opportunity, and it makes me feel special.
Oh, well, we're so proud of you. You are the reason why we do what we do, because we think that people with Down syndrome are just so cool and amazing and worthy of it all. So thank you for being awesome. And thank you to everybody for being here. I hope this was helpful. I mean, again, highly available. I am always. You can ask any of these guys. You could probably text me in the middle of the night and I would pop up and, get back with you. Because this means so much to me. So anyway, if y'all have any questions, reach out. Again, spread this to whoever. I'm going to share a copy of this, or I'm going to send a copy of this out. So if you have somebody that might be applying for a scholarship, you can share this with them. We'll have this on, I think we'll put this probably, I don't know, link it somewhere on the application page just for anybody that missed it. But again, thank you for being here and spending lunch with us. And we will hopefully chat with you later. Bye. Oh, she left. Okay.